Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jake.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're with 501 Whiskey Club, and today we're going to be reviewing Larceny Barrel Proof A120. So this is a new release from Heaven Hill. It's going to be just like their Larceny, but it's instead of being, I think it's 92 proof on the original.
Yes.
Yeah, 92 proof. It's 123.2. So a very steep increase in proof. Which that makes me excited because I'm all about some proof. If you haven't been able to tell by, Booker's 1792, things like that. I'm kind of excited about this because one of my favorite kind of barrel strength bourbons is the Elijah Craig. And this being a weeded, it kind of has me a little excited.
Oh, it is weeded.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's a weeded at 100, what did I say, 123.2.
Now, you don't usually lean towards the weeded, though, right?
I usually
Not
don't.
Typically.
No.
I kind of like the wheat because it kind of, I don't know, there's something about it. Sometimes I do anyway. There are a few, I'd say on average, the Buffalo Trace line that they have that's weeded, most of that stuff I'm not a big fan of, but...
Like you're talking like Weller, things like that.
Yeah.
See, I like certain additions to the Weller line, but it just depends on what you get. And another thing that can really affect how you feel about a weeded is the age. So this one's got a little more age to it, being a...
That's staying on.
That's why I kind of quit pulling on it. I was like, what the... how long did we say this was aged? What about 6 to 8 years? 6 to 8 years. So you're not gonna have that weirdness that you get a lot of the time on younger wheat bourbons.
That sourness.
Yeah.
That tart, weird,
I don't
shiny.
know. Yeah, exactly. And that's usually one of the things that drives me away from a weeder. But this has me a little bit excited for what it has to offer.
Ooh, I got some of it on my fingers just now. It smells really good.
Let's see. And we're just doing it in little drams tonight instead of our full Glencairns, just because we're planning on messing around with some barrel proof stuff later on.
Yeah, we don't want to get too schmammered before the night.
Yeah, we've got some stuff on the agenda we've got to get knocked out. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
worlds different than the other one.
Oh my god. I wouldn't have recognized this.
Yeah.
So to be perfectly honest, I don't have an issue with weeded bourbons, but I have had an issue with the Larceny bourbon. I don't know why. It's just never been one of my favorites. He's been trying to get me hooked on it. He says it's a lot better than I feel like it is, but that's been growing on me slowly but surely. But this is a world different.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah.
That's a hot one.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
That is good. Huh.
That is so viscous if you look at it.
And as soon as I smelled it, I got it's not coming through as much as I keep going, but that first smell, like right into the, right as soon as we had that pour, was just dark chocolate.
Yeah,
really deep dark chocolate.
Wow,
it's very dark. It's very rich, very heavy. Those dark, like I said, dark chocolate coffee bean kind of thing, and you said a little bit of a tartness. I can get that on the palate. I don't get it as much on the nose.
Oh man, there's something there, and it's so familiar, and I just cannot figure it out. There's just something that's standing out.
Yeah, the oak is there for sure.
It's almost it's an oak, but it's a weird oak. It's almost a little different than our typical American oak, which obviously it is, but it just doesn't come across that way.
And this is from Kentucky, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Kentucky
from
straight.
the Heaven Hill Distillery. So same people that are distilling like our Elijah Craig, Old Fitz, things like that.
Oh, that's interesting, huh?
You got that typical Heaven Hill nuttiness going on for sure.
Mm-hmm. God, the taste on it is.
This is the first time I've ever.
It's not trying to be your friend.
No, but I love it. I love it.
It's really nice.
And I think I figured out what that weird note is. And I think my issue is it's something I don't think I've ever picked up on a bourbon before.
Mm-hmm.
And I could be crazy. But, you know, my grandma, she used to make these, what she called, I guess, pumpkin cookies. It was heavily pumpkin based, and there's almost like this weird pumpkin pumpkin spice going on in the background.
Yeah, I can see that. I was thinking Christmas spice, but that's similar. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely could get behind this one. I really didn't expect to like it as much as I did, because like I said, I kind of had a bias against Larceny just because I'm not a huge Larceny guy.
Well, and we can take out the regular one as well.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to me because, like you said, with the higher proof stuff, I'm definitely gravitating towards higher proof on bourbon. I don't know what it is with for alcohol and bourbon and whatnot, but it's so much different than Scotch per se. Like with Scotch, I can drink a 40, a 43, a 50. Even I have one that's a 60, and all of them are good. But I would never say that my higher proof Scotches are better just seemingly from the proof. Whereas every bourbon that I've had, pretty much, the higher the proof, the more I like it.
I'm in the same boat.
And I don't know why that
I'm on the barrel proof train right now. I have been for a minute now. I don't know. I agree with you though. It seems like there's like this degree of like complexity that comes with this, you know, this higher proof bourbon. You want to grab the original Larceny?
Yeah.
We should have got some water set out on the table, but I accidentally knocked it off the table.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We've been having a hell of a time recording this episode today, and it ended up with me knocking a cup off the table, and now we don't have any water. So
the
let
water
me grab
is still
that
down
water.
there.
Yeah. Let me grab some more water while we figure out what's going on here.
So no. And you said this is a brand new release, huh? This Larceny Barrel Proof?
Yes.
Okay.
2020 release.
And like he said, this is one that he's kind of he really didn't like. In fact, I remember whenever he first bought it, and he was really just kind of telling me just how much he didn't like it.
I'm probably gonna share that same opinion again with you, but it's grown on me though. It is just not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Look at me spilling stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I did it too.
Oh my god.
It's got a weird pour to it.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. Oh god!
That's what I said.
That's way more Larceny than I wanted. That is way more than I wanted.
So about not liking it.
Yeah, well, I guess congratulations to me.
Oh.
Can we just take a second here and point out the fact that these are on totally different levels of darkness?
Oh yeah, their color is worlds different.
Yeah, unreal. Okay.
You know, it sounds crazy, but the nose, they're so similar.
Fair enough.
If you try to cut that initial alcohol that you get off of this one, the more heat, that barrel, that oak, cut that barrel out a little bit, and they have really similar notes.
Yeah.
I'm still getting the dark chocolate, the coffee.
Oh, but that proof just, I don't know, man. This is...
Yeah, it's weak. But that is coming right off the heels of...
Yeah, but I thought that.
Yeah.
On its own, standalone, I've kind of thought this was... I mean, to me, there's not a whole lot to Larceny.
No, and I will agree with that.
To me, there's a lot of ethanol.
It's a... Yes.
Like, we've got a lot more proof here and a lot better flavor, but when we come right here to this Larceny bourbon, the 92 proof, it's like straight ethanol.
That's true.
And it's hard to get around that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
well,
almost...
even, like you said, this is 92 proof, so it's at 46% alcohol versus a 61.6% alcohol. And yet this guy, like I said, this is hot. This is still pretty hot for 43% or 46% alcohol, which is weird. It's like you said, it feels, it's shiny. It feels kind of just, I don't like the term cheap, but
super thin too.
Yeah, it's just a little weaker.
Mm-hmm. And man, I poured way
Complexity-wise.
too much of this for me. I mean, it's not terrible. It would be a decent beginner's bourbon, but I don't know. I've just had a hard time getting on board with this.
I'd say
Larceny
that
original. And that says a lot because I freaking love this Larceny Barrel Proof.
yeah, that one was good.
That was amazing.
And I'd say that before getting more into the world of bourbon and things like that, before all that, whenever I was pretty much exclusively a Scotch guy, I'd say that this definitely it's bourbon. This is what I would have said. Oh, what do you think about bourbon? And I would have been like, well, it tastes like Larceny. It's Larceny. Larceny's a great stereotypical bourbon in my mind before all that. Now getting into the world a bit more and seeing the complex side of it,
Yeah.
But like you said, I think that there is still a case to be had here for like a beginner bourbon or things like that. Something where you're not, or even if you are drinking,
I don't necessarily.
whiskey more often, if you just want an easy sipper kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't necessarily feel challenged by the Larceny
No.
bourbon. And that's just my straight opinion on it. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are ready to disagree with me on it, and that's fine. It's okay. Let me know how you feel in the comments, and we'll figure it all out. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Larceny. But
Well, it's
I
funny
am a
too,
huge
'cause
fan
it's,
of that.
yeah, that one was good, but even that isn't. I'd say if we want to really put it up with other barrel proofs that we've had, even on the show, it's still probably the bottom for me. It's just not quite my thing. I'd still say that like the Elijah Craig, I might put this above 1792. Actually. I'd put it above 1792, but like the Bookers, the Elijah Craig, definitely have a beat for me.
Yeah, definitely. And not to mention what we're going to be doing on our next video. Finally,
we got.
I don't know why this has been so hard to find in our area, but this Stag Junior has been ridiculous. So you can expect to see a review on this pretty soon. We'll just kind of put this out here, put a little asterisk on that. But yeah, we'll be doing a review on that too.
Yeah, we'll be jumping right into that.
Oh yes, we will. So yeah, availability may vary in your area for this. Like I said, it's weird. It's brand new, but it's like flying off the shelves in our area. So keep that in mind. So if you see a bottle of it, it may not be a bad idea to pick it up.
As bourbon does though in our area. Yeah, that's one thing to consider.
Here's the question: what do you think of the price point?
$50?
Yeah.
I'd pay. I'd pay $50 for that.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't. Like I said, things like the Elijah Craig and everything that are hovering around 70 right now.
Yep.
No, I wouldn't jump $70 into there.
Okay, fair point. Would you do that with the Elijah Craig?
Oh yeah, I would personally. I think that Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is one of the best barrel proof bourbons that you can get your hands on right now. I really do.
Fair point. We'll see how he feels after he tries the Stag.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites right now.
Well, it's crazy because our Bookers that we got, our 2017 one, was $60 we got it in our area for.
Yeah.
Which is just it's so good. That bottle blew our minds.
The 2017-04.
Yeah.
And we got it in 2019.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it out yet, check out our website. We have a lot of good resources, forums, we have blog, all sorts of cool stuff going on over there. It's a member-based site, so we'd really appreciate your support over there. Also, we would love to see your support on our Patreon. It helps us keep providing you guys with good content. It also gives you access to a lot of Patreon-only content, such as our Patreon-only our podcast. I said vlog last time, and it messed me up.
Which was actually a review. You guys can't see it, but we have a bottle of Angel's Envy on top shelf right now that we reviewed, and we turned it into a bit of a kind of just an audio-only podcast.
Yeah,
so.
And it also gives you early access to certain things. We're going to be putting polls out on there, all sorts of stuff going on over there. So if you haven't checked it out, go check out our Patreon. Like I said, we'd love to see your support there or on our website. If you haven't already, just drop a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.